Oh man, oh man, oh man.
To give you an idea, the top of the glass is right here.
It is mounding over.
What's up, everybody? My name is Adam.
And I'm Caleb.
And welcome to Brew Buds, where we give tips, tricks, and advice for homebrewers and talk about beer in general. If you have any questions about beer, you are in the right place.
Exactly. And Adam thought he could scare me off last time, but I am back here hosting another Brew Buds, so you're stuck with me, boys.
Damn it, I didn't do my job well. So, today we are going to be unboxing something. I did another video about unboxing.
Up there? Oh, no, up here. Over here.
Where we took a Brewer's Best kit, and this time we were given a different kit.
This is Bells Homebrew Kits, and this is a brewing company called Bells. They're out of Comstock, Michigan, and this actually is for this beer here, the Oberon. If you make it the way it's supposed to be made, it should taste just like this.
All right, let's see what's inside. All right, so we're opening this up, and the first thing we're going to pull out is some grain. Oh God, this is wow! Look at all this grain. All right.
Look at this big old bag. All right.
All right. This is an all-grain kit. So, the one that I showed in the other video was a... The one from the other video is for is an extract kit. This is an all-grain kit. The processes are different between the two. So with this one, where you have to have a water ton... Now let's check out some of the stuff that just fell on the floor. Okay, so looks like we have several different kinds of hops to use. We have Czech Saaz hop pellets, and we have German Hirschbrucker.
Hersbrucker.
Hersbrucker.
I do not have a German accent, so don't trust my accent work.
All right, and then we also have Pearl. These are all hot pellets. Hot pellets are the easiest way for keeping them fresh and keeping them stored, unless you grow your own, in which case then...
Props to you.
Props to you.
Or hops to you. Ooh, looks like we have another bag over here. Let's see what it says.
All right, so in this is some priming sugar. And remember what I said about Brewer's Best? Well, it's from Brewer's Best. Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah.
Now let's just get rid of this. There. All right, let's take a look at the brew schedule. All right, so yeah, you just need a 7.5 gallon brew pot. So this would be a bigger pot than your turkey fryer. Typically, turkey fryers are going to be between that 5.5 and 6.5 mark. Of course, they also recommend using Star Sand for sanitation, which is the first step in everything.
Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. And if you think you're done sanitizing, sanitize.
Oh, they actually have the actual layers of malt here. So, okay, typical 2-row malt, which is the baseline for all brew. Any of your big name ones, Miller, like we use Miller Lite for example, that is used as a 2-row malt. Bud Light, that uses a 2-row malt. Same thing with Budweiser. Bud Light is just a downplayed.
Yeah, it's a light Budweiser.
It's a light Budweiser. Hence, Bud Light.
Whoa, marketing!
Whoa! Then we also have white wheat malt, and wheat is used to give head retention. It also consequently makes the beer a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
But it's sweeter in the desirable way, not the undesirable way of like drinking straight wort.
Okay, and it's not gonna make it like a sugary drink.
No. There was actually one thing that when Colton and I were doing stuff, we thought about, maybe having, doing one without hops just to see what it was like. And don't do that.
Oof.
We touched on that one a little bit more in this video.
Hops are good, folks. Hops are good.
And then it also looks like we have Munich.
Munich.
Thank you. Malt and Cara Pils malt. I'm not as familiar with those, but typically when you just buy the poundage that's given, these styles are used more for flavor profiles.
Okay.
For instance, when we do our Oktoberfest, we have the chocolate malt in there, and we only have just a little bit in it, and that's what would look like here. So.
That makes sense.
But yeah, they tell us what yeast to use, and given the number on it, it is definitely a wet yeast, so that is something that needs to be refrigerated. So having it in a box with all sorts of other stuff, yeah, wouldn't make a lot of sense to do it. By the time you get the box and use it, it would already be. By the time it made it to the shelf, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
In the Brewer's Best kit that we did before, we were using dry yeast. Dry yeast does not need to be refrigerated. It has a long life with it, and it really doesn't go bad. So, all yeast does go bad at some point. Okay, so it looks like that our strike water is going to be at 164 degrees Fahrenheit, and that almost seems a little high in my opinion, but again, it does, well, with an all grain batch, it does have a tendency to taper down a little bit, so I'm pretty sure that would be alright. But when we actually taste test the beer, this would actually be a really good thing to test, because if this is the actual temperature, then it should be fairly sweet for a beer. Especially with as much wheat that is in it. And then the sparge water, they want it at 170 degrees. This one, it looks like that they actually dry hop. Now, dry hopping is putting in hops after it's done fermenting. So you're actually putting hops in the fermenter.
Interesting.
It is a very common thing to do in IPAs. If you have an IPA that's not dry hopped at some point, is it really an IPA?
If you don't have extra hops in there, is it an IPA?
Nope.
Alright, so the final gravity is and the original gravity are both pretty typical. Your original gravity should be 1056, your final gravity should be 1012. Both of them very much in the realm of what you're supposed to be at. Not uncommon to see that, and actually gives a lot of wiggle room as far as your final gravity goes. So
yeah, it looks like the final alcohol ABV is 5.8%. So
yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty typical for most homebrews that you would do. Mm-hmm. With that, why don't we crack it open and see what it's supposed to taste like?
All right, sounds good. This is Oberon Ale, an American wheat ale from Bells Brewery in Michigan. Ooh, look at that head. Wait. Ready? How much head am I gonna give? Come on. Feel the noise. Oh. Oh boy. Look at that.
Yeah. And that kind of head is what you generally get with a wheat beer.
Nice. Oh. Got a little scared. Had it almost game over. And. Wunderbar. Oh boy, that is dangerous. You are on the highway to the danger zone right now. Oh man. Keep it steady. Oh boy. Come on. Oh man. You are making me nervous. Drip. Just the last few drips. And presto.
To give you an idea, the top of the glass is right here.
It is mounding over.
So, that is, yep, pretty typical for that. It's got a little bit of a haze to it. All right, which see how she tastes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Definitely on the sweeter side.
I was about to say, I definitely feel the sweet. And like you said before, when we say sweet, we're not talking about a fruity ale or anything, or has extra, like, sugary, like a sangria kind of thing. It's, how do I say it?
It's kind of like having Honey Nut Cheerios versus Cheerios.
Yeah, because of the Cheerios, when you eat them, it's, I mean, obviously bread and wheat have a flavor, but it's not sweet, but it's the sugar, the grains in there, not the grains, the carbohydrates in there.
Yeah.
That's really the carbs that we're talking about.
Well, otherwise, it's...
Yeah?
Yeah, that is a very good beer, though.
So what you're saying, though, is we have to beat this when we brew this ourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna have to beat this.
So stay tuned, and we will have a video later on when we brew it, comparing to the original. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Hey everybody, if you enjoyed that video, please drop a like and leave a comment on what other subjects you'd like to see us talk about. Also, check out In Search of the Perfect Mushroom Swiss Burger Facebook page for great recipes and tips. And as always, we will see you next time.